Zombie apocalypse.
You, because of the offence you committed and Section 50 Police Reform Act 2004, failure to provide details will constitute your arrest.
What reason do you have to think there's a crime taking place here?
Because you currently breached coronavirus legislation.
Which legislation? No, you have to be able. Which regulation? Which regulation do you think we've breached? Could you please tell me which regulation? Can you show me a warrant card?
No, I don't need to.
Because you haven't got one.
No, I do.
You don't need to show me who you are. Identify yourself.
My shoulder number is Charlie 15. You already know my name. You know where I work. You're just trying to keep it done.
But what crime are we breaking? Which rule or regulation? Which aspects of law? Schedule. You need to tell me which law I'm breaking before, so I can know that.
I'll take that as a no. I'm just going to
take it any way you want to. It was a question. It wasn't a no. It was a question.
Pack up under duress. Come on, pack up now under duress, and then you can avoid being arrested. Otherwise they'll arrest you for not giving your details.
Alright, once again, we under duress, we are being forced to pack up by someone who doesn't know the law.
You're being forced to pack up?
Yeah, under duress, once again, by a bully in uniform who does not know the law. So that's who does not know the law, doesn't know what he's enforcing, and is embarrassing himself in front of the public. He's losing public confidence and causing a lack of faith in policing. People on the force have seen these videos and are embarrassed of this particular gentleman, Pcso Cameron, widely known as a unpleasant character in the Oxford area.
Madam, I do have your details though, so if you don't leave, I will also be giving you a fine.
You're not allowed to use my details again.
Okay. Are you going to leave? This is your final option.
Under duress, we're going to go, as always, because we're peaceful citizens.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll give you 5 more minutes. If you don't pack up, then there are different avenues we're going to have to take. Like I said, are you going to provide your details?
No, but
then it will constitute arrest. I just want you to be aware of this until we can ascertain who you are and where you're
You've not even told me what crime I'm accused of committing.
I've told you.
No, you haven't. I've asked you for the section and subsection. That's not a crime.
Wait, are you going to let me talk? Or
I don't see why I should, because you don't listen to us. Here's another police officer. Maybe he's a real one, not some halfling police like yourself. Yeah, let's see what he's got to say. This is not how to police. See this guy here, this one here. You don't learn from him. He's clueless. He's the last person you'd want to put in front of the public, addressing the public. Let's see what this gentleman has to say. Is he a real one? Oh, he's not even bothered because he's doing something proper. He's probably got a proper job to deal with.
So, as per the conversation we had last time, you can't be here. This is not permitted under the current coronavirus legislation 2020.
We're taking legal advice and you're actually entitled to be here.
No, you're not, unfortunately. So I'm going to ask you just to collect your stuff and pack on, or we will be issuing fines, okay?
When you say no, you're
not.
not.
Issue a fine, only a court can issue a fine.
No, we can.
No, you can't. It's not a fine. It's not a fine.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes to collect your stuff and pack up. If not, we will start to have to issue fines. We've had this conversation numerous times.
Why is it that none of the police except you, everybody they drive past all afternoon and nobody does anything, and you're the only one that does anything, and you're a police community support officer, you haven't even sworn an oath. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be on our side. You're enforcing tyranny. You're enforcing tyrannical legislation, and I've had enough of your attitude. I've had enough of you. The fine that you issued me is completely void.
Okay, I will be issuing another fine unless you pack up and leave.
I haven't refused to leave. I'm asking you to engage with me like a human being.
I'm going to stand over there. I will give you 5 minutes just to start getting the ball
rolling. Under duress, and I do not consent.
You've refused to.
You don't have to consent. This is the law, unfortunately.
No, it's not the law. We've shown you the law. What law? Tell us what.
Stand away.
Tell us what schedule and section. Tell us what schedule and section you're.
Stand away. Can you stop?
You've not listened to anything we've said.
No, we've had.
You've not listened. You've not listened. We've told you about our exemption, and you never listened to it.
You understand the rules.
Yeah, but you don't. I can schedule.
My colleague going to stand over there. We're going to wait till you collect your belongings.
Can I get
you don't.
My shoulder number is Charlie 15. My shoulder number is Charlie 15.
And what's your name?
Cameron, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Pcso Cameron. Can you listen while we tell you about the exemptions? If you can't listen to the exemptions, you don't know the law. Do you know there's an exemption for wearing masks? It's the same principle here. There's an exemption for.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Please stand back.
I'm asking you one more time to listen to us.
2 meters.
Do you realise that? You're committing treason against the people. This is unalienable right to be here, and you're siding with a tyrannical government. We haven't refused to go, so you can't issue anything.
So tell me which schedule and which section you're enforcing here.
We need to know the section and the subsection of the
So
coronavirus
please, can you
regulations.
collect your belongings and move on?
Have you read the law? Have you read the law? Can you tell me which schedule?
It's the coronavirus legislation.
Yes, schedule, subsection.
Doesn't matter.
You does. If you don't know what you're enforcing, as a member of the public, I'm asking you to tell me which law I'm breaking.
Listen, this is not an essential activity.
No, you don't understand. There are exceptions, and you've not listened to anything. We've spoken to you before, and you've never listened.
Providing a voluntary service, and if you look at the exemption,
Sure, go ahead.
it's perfectly agreeable
No
under law.
protests are not
Yes, it
under that
is.
legislation.
It's not a
Yes, it
protest.
is.
We've told you that before.
No, that you're
It's not a
interpreting-
protest.
It's not a protest. It's not a protest.
What is it exactly?
Well, look at what it says.
You've not even read the signs. The exemption is written on the sign for you.
We've got four,
Yes, it
one with the
says
usual
exemption.
protagonist of the occupation, and the other female. We've asked you to move on. Simply, madam, simply, we've asked you to move on. This is it.
Why do you ask
I will be
You
issuing
can't.
fines.
No, if you're going to enforce the law and you don't know the law,
Unless we start to collect
there are an
massive
exception.
movement.
There's an exception. There's an
Unless we see some
exemption.
movement, I will be issuing fines. It's not
There's an
under
exemption
that.
under voluntary
You are
services.
more than welcome to
Voluntary
dispute that at
services.
court, but I will be issuing fines
Schedule
unless you-
3A, restrictions on gatherings.
apply.
Number
Does not
6,
apply. Does not
exceptions
apply.
to gatherings.
So you are misinformed, unfortunately.
It's not. You can read the law.
Protests,
I'm not misinformed. You've never read it in your life.
Such as this,
You've ignored our
protests
you've
and
ignored
organisations such as
what
this. Not
You cannot enforce something on the basis of your opinion.
Sir,
You're not
please keep your
listening
2
to anything
metres.
we've
I'm
Look, it's
trying
2
to
metres.
stand away.
You're not
Go
listening
ahead.
to anything we've said.
You're a disgrace to your profession. You're a disgrace. And the serving police officers have seen you on here and thought you're an embarrassment.
That's all. Sir, can you move out the road?
You're an embarrassment.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the lady. I know the lady's details. I've got hers. I'm sure we got this chap's details. I'll give them 5 minutes so we can issue fines.
You may be offered some comfort by your uniform, but you won't always be in it, and it won't always offer you comfort if
Are
you
going
keep
to
behaving like
collect
this.
your things, sir?
Sorry?
Are you going to collect your things?
We're not refusing anything. We're asking you to consider the fact that we're operating under exemption, and you've not done that consideration, so we have no reason to go.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't.
They've just, I figured this out maybe half an hour ago.
We've taken legal advice.
Let alone accept you, and you're not a police officer.
No, you're right. I'm a police community.
Why is it only you?
part of
Why
my
is it
area.
only you?
It's part of
Why
the
is it only you?
Are you going to let me
Why is it
finish?
only
Are you
you?
going to
No.
let me finish?
No,
And I
did
can't
ask me
answer your
that.
question, unfortunately.
Why do you? Why
I
is it
can't
only
answer your
you?
question because you won't let me speak, unfortunately.
Why won't
Would you allow me to answer? This is not part of the
Yeah, why is it
coronavirus
only you?
legislation 2020. Protests are not.
It's not a protest. We've told you repeatedly.
It's not an essential activity.
It's a voluntary
You're not
service.
performing essential duties.
It's a
So
voluntary
unfortunately,
service.
It's a voluntary
you can't
service.
be out to do this. No, this
You don't know the law clearly. You're speaking out of ignorance, and you're embarrassing the force. You need to, in order to enforce laws, you need to know what they are. If you don't know what they are, I'm a member of the public. You don't know the principles under which you're supposed to police. We're both supposed to hold the same principles of law and order.
The principle still stands.
You can't just make up your own rules and regulations.
Unless you pack up your belongings, and madam.
That's not a principle. That's you wrongfully abusing your powers, wrongfully that have invested in you by the public.
You're supposed to engage with the public.
Is this something we're going to argue about, or are you going to collect the thing?
Yes, it is something we're going to argue about.
Two options.
No, we're going to wait until proper policemen come here and we'll discuss the law with them because you're clearly incapable of listening. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
You need to say a police officer
We've got.
sworn an oath.
Okay, that's more than what you're more than welcome to.
I can show you the law. I've got it printed out for you. I've got a copy just for you.
We know that's wrong, so I'm not going to look at it.
Oh, you're not going to look at the law
No,
that you're supposed to be enforcing?
This is something you quoted us last time, and
No.
as kind as it was for you to
No,
offer,
no. In November, it was a
also
different thing I quoted to you.
didn't provide the right intelligence and information. So
No, I can show it to you.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to look at it.
You didn't look at it last time either.
As to why you can't be out here because
You won't look at the law that you've never read in your life. That's really that's very poor show. Yeah, you see, your problem is you think that this uniform protects you, but it won't always protect you. The longer you go on like this and
threat,
lose.
yeah?
No, sir. I'm just explaining. It's not a threat. You know what I'm saying. The longer that the police abuse their powers, the more trouble that you will be in. Here we go. There's your exemption. It's written on the one on the far left.
Exemption, unfortunately.
Exemption is in relation to gathering. I've actually.
Doesn't exist. That's part of the old legislation.
It's not part of the old. Here's I've got the current one printed out for you. You're not going to look at it. You are not going to look at the law. What a situation we are in.
You've quoted the wrong legislation.
I'm not quoting the wrong legislation.
You have. That is part of the old legislation.
The Health Protection Coronavirus Restrictions All Tiers England 2020. Schedule 3A. Tier 4 restrictions.
He's going away.
I am giving you 5 minutes while we're fine.
What did you issue a fine?
You can't. We're not breaking the law. You don't know your job. I'll dispute with you now, you clown.
We're not committing an offence. No, I'm not. You're committing an offence. You're guilty of harassment and breach of the peace. You should be getting a citizen's arrest put on you. Somebody put a citizen's arrest on this man. You're breaching the peace. You're guilty of harassment. You need to leave us alone. We're doing more good than harm here. And you're a disgrace to the force. You're an absolute disgrace.
Zombie apocalypse.